Welcome everybody to my full 1:400 scale model aircraft collection video for 2024. This collection features over 600 GeminiJets, NG models, and more, so let's go ahead and get started with the collection, everybody. Alrighty everybody, let's go ahead and get started with the American Airlines section. So here are two doubles DC-3s, a CRJ-200 in the old livery, two CRJ-200s in the new livery, a CRJ-700 in the old livery, and a variety of CRJ-700s across both releases. I believe there are 7 of them here. Very nice to get to see those. Here are the CRJ-900s. I believe there's 6 of these here, and they're all modified, so looking very good for all of those aircraft. And here are 3 old livery ERJ-145s, 2 Skyliners, and 1 GeminiJets. Here's the JC Wings Breast Cancer Awareness 145, and then we have both releases here of the ERJ-145 in the new livery, 2 from the new and 4 from the old. ERJ-170, ERJ-170 in the retro livery, and a variety of ERJ-175s across both releases. I believe we have 8 of those here. There are the last 2 right there. Here's the ERJ-190. Here's the Electra L188. And then for our MD-80 fleet, we have the TWA Hybrid right here. And then we have 2 polished versions right here by JetX. And then we have the other release here by JetX. Then we have 4 of the first GeminiJets release here for the MD-80. And then right here, we should have the second release. And then we have 4 of the latest release right here too. Looking absolutely fantastic. And then we have the black nose Dragon Wings right there too. And then some new additions, we have the Reno Air hybrids for the MD-87, MD-88, and MD-90. Here's the Dragon Wing 727-100. Here's the 727-200 in the old livery. And then we have 2 Chrome 727-200s, followed by the 737-300, Astrojet Gemini 737-800, and then you can see right here, we have the Piedmont Dash 8 throwback livery right here. There's the NG Astrojet right there. 737-800 by GeminiJet, or sorry, NG models rather. There was the custom that I did on that 737-800. Then we have the GeminiJets release here. I believe we have 4 of the old mold right here, looking fantastic. Actually, 5 of them rather. Then we have the Gemini throwback release, and then we have the NG one right here. Then we have flagship Freedom, and then for our new liveries, we have one of the old GeminiJets release. We have 2 Apollos. We have this old Gemini release 2, and then 1 of the 2015. Then we have for NG the very first release, and then 3 with the Wi-Fi box without the logo on the winglet. And then you can see right here we have the logo on the winglet for these 3, followed by the One World 737-800 and the TWA 737-800. So here we have Reno Air, and then AirCal, and then 3 of the GeminiJets American 737 MAX 8s, 1 old, 2 new. Here's the Jet Flagship American 737-200, the TWA American 737-200, both by NG. The original GeminiJets release without winglets. Here's the NG model 7-200 without winglets. And then we have a Gemini hybrid here that I have. And then we have the 2008 release with winglets here by GeminiJets. And then we have 2 of the 2012 releases here by GeminiJets. And then we have right here the 737-200 with winglets by GeminiJets. We have 2 One World 737-200s, 1 by GeminiJets and 1 by NG models, followed by flagship Freedom here for the 737-200, and also NG the Breast Cancer Awareness 737-200. Here we have 3 of the current livery American 757s. We have 2 of the old release and 1 of the new release. Here's the Gemini 767-200. And then we have the Gemini 767-300 2008. Here's the Phoenix 767-300 without winglets, and the Gemini 767-300 with winglets, and then the One World 767-300 here. Here's the new livery without winglets by Gemini, and then we have 2 of the older release by GeminiJets for the 763 with winglets and new livery, and then we have 2 of the newer release right here. And then we have the One World 767-300, and then we go into our Airbuses. So we have 3 of the 2015 Airbus A319s, followed by Aero Classics, Airbus A319, IAE Custom the A319. Here's the A319 with Sharklets. We have 2 Aero Classics, and then we have 2 of the older GeminiJets release. And then here's the latest release, followed by the 4 Heritage Airbus A319s, all by Aero Classic. We have Allegheny, America West, PSA, and Piedmont. Here's the Airbus A320. We have 2 of the older releases, and then we have an IAE Custom, and then we have 2 of the IAE releases, followed by 1 of the newer versions. Here's the American Airbus A321 by Aero Classics with fence tips, and then we have 2 of the 2018 CFM releases. Then we have this American Airlines Airbus A321 with Sharklets by GeminiJets, followed by 2 here by NG. Then we have this American Airlines Airbus A321 US Airways Heritage with the fence tips, and then we have Stand Cancer here on the A321. And then 2 flagship Valors, we have Gemini and NG models, followed by the A321neo by Aero Classics, and then we have 2 Airbus A321neos 2019 release here by GeminiJets, followed by 1 more 2019 and a 2023. Then we have this Airbus A300, doubles DC-10 by GeminiJets, MD-11 by GeminiJets, 747-SP by NG models, 777-200 by GeminiJets, 777-200 by NG models, 2 777-200 One Worlds. We have a GeminiJets and an NG. Breast Cancer Awareness by NG models, 777-200. Here's the 2013 GeminiJets release of the new livery, and then we have the 2020 by Gemini. Followed by that, we have 2 of the NG models releases right here, and a Boeing 707-320. One World Boeing 777-200 by NG. Here's the Chrome 777-300, and then we have the first release by GeminiJets on the new livery, third release. This is the 5th release, or 6th release, one of those. Then we have this 777-300 by Phoenix. This Boeing 787-8, so this is the first GeminiJets release. This is the second GeminiJets release. This is the third GeminiJets release. And then we have 2 of the NG models releases right here. And then for our 787-9, it's the first GeminiJets release, the second GeminiJets release, and then we'll pause for this Converse 990 right here. And then we have 2 of the latest release Boeing 787-9 Dreamliners, followed by one with the flaps down configuration. Here's an Airbus A330-200 and an Airbus A330-300. Now into the Spirit fleet, we have 2 digital Airbus A319s, and then we have this current livery Airbus A319 by GeminiJets, and then this one here by NG models. Followed here, we have an A320 here by Panda with the hybrid livery, and an Airbus A320 by Aero Classics here with the hybrid livery too. Then we have this Spirit A320. This one is by NG. And then we have another older livery here by GeminiJets with Sharklets, and then this is going to be a older livery by NG, followed by the Gemini Airbus A320neo, the first release, and a second one there as well. And then we have the NG Airbus A320neo hybrid, and then we have the latest release from GeminiJets. Here's an Airbus A321 by GeminiJets, an Airbus A321 by NG, and an Airbus A321neo by NG as well. Then we have this Allegiant Airbus A319 with Sharklets to start them. Then we have this Airbus A319 by Aero Classics. Then we have this A319 by GeminiJets, followed by this A319 by Panda. Then we have this A320 by GeminiJets, followed by this A320 with Sharklets by Panda, an MD-80 by GeminiJets, and their second and a third as well with various tail numbers. We have this Avelo Boeing 737-800, and a Breeze Embraer ERJ-195, a Breeze Airbus E220-300, and a Northern Pacific Boeing 757-200, a custom JSX Embraer 135, a JSX Embraer 145, and a Contour Embraer 145. Okay, so here we go for the Southwest Airlines fleet. We got a 737-200 by GeminiJets and a 737-300, both in desert delivery, and then that one's Panda. 737-500 by GeminiJets, Canyon Blue, and there's that's a 300, excuse me. 737-300 by GeminiJets, 2 of them with winglets. A 737-500 Desert by Gemini, and then a Panda 737-700 Desert. And then we have a Canyon Blue by GeminiJets, the first release and the second release right there, followed by the NG models Canyon Blue blended release, the Scimitar release by NG in the Canyon. Then we have the Aero Classics Heart release, and then 2 of the GeminiJets Heart release. Then we have the 2 Panda Heart releases with blended winglets. And then we have the RM Model Store. We got both production runs in here. I believe we got 4 of those. Then we got the Lone Warrior 1 737-800 and the second Canyon Blue release right here, followed by the 737-800 blended by NG, and then the first Scimitar that NG did, followed by their second one. Then we have Heart 1 of the 737-800, and then we have 3 of the 737-800s with Scimitar winglets, I believe 1 of every production. Then we have 3 Boeing 737 MAX 8s for Gemini, 1 of each release. And then we have the NG 737 MAX 8, Silver 1 here on the 737-300, Lone Star 1 737-300, California 1 737-300, Arizona 1 737-300, New Mexico 1 737-700, and we have 2 of the Desert Gemini 737-700 retro throwbacks, Arizona 1, California 1, all 700s by the way, Colorado 1, we have the Heart Tail and the Canyon Blue Tail, Florida 1 737-700, Illinois 1, Lone Star 1, and Louisiana 1. Followed by that, we have Maryland 1 on the Canyon Blue and Heart Tails. And then we have the Missouri 1 737-700, all these are I should say, Tennessee 1, and Triple Crown 1. Now 737-800s, we have Freedom 1, Illinois 1, New Mexico 1, Tennessee 1, and then into our Boeing 737 MAX 8s, we have the Desert Retro, the Canyon Blue Retro, Amuma 1, and Pink 1. Now we get into our United Express fleet. So we have a Blue Tulip CRJ200, a Continental Globe CRJ200, and 2 Evo Blue CRJ-200s. A Blue Tulip CRJ-700, an Old Livery CRJ-700, followed by 2 Evo CRJ-550s. A Blue Tulip ERJ-145, ERJ-145 custom with winglets. Then we have an ERJ-170 in the Blue Tulip, then a Continental Globe 170, an Old Livery 175 with enhanced winglets, two new livery 175s with enhanced winglets before we go into our United mainline brand. Here's a Boeing 727-100 in Saul Bass, a 727-200 Battleship Gray, 737-200 Saul Bass, 737-300 Saul Bass, 737-300 Battleship Gray, 737-300 both a shuttle and a blue tulip, and then I have this new custom ERJ-145 Evo Blue here on the side as well. Continuing with United mainline, we got the Boeing 737-700. We have a Continental Globe, Gemini Evo, NG Evo, and a Star Alliance. 737-800, we have two here by GeminiJets, and a new livery by NG, a Star Alliance old livery by Panda, and a new livery Star Alliance by NG. Here's the Star Wars livery, 737-900ER in the Continental Globe, Eco Skies on the 737-900. There's the Continental Airlines throwback on the 739, Evo Blue 737-900ER, 737 MAX 8 by Gemini, 737 MAX 9 by NG, and well, there's the Gemini, there's the NG. There's the Blue Tulip 757-200, 757-200 Gemini Continental Globe, and there's the NG, 757-200 Evo Blue, and then that'll take us to the next row. Okay, so here's the hard here's we got New York and California, both by NG models. 757-300 Continental Globe, 757-300 Evo Blue. Into the Airbus, we have a Battleship Gray A319, Continental Globe A320, Evo Blue Airbus A319, Stars and Bars Airbus A320, Blue Tulip Airbus A320, Continental Globe Airbus A320, and then into our wide bodies, we got Battleship Gray DC-10, Battleship Gray Boeing 777, Battleship Gray 747 SP, and there's the Saul Bass 747 SP, followed by a 767-400 and a 777-300 and a Boeing 787-9. Okay, here we go for the Delta Airlines fleet. We'll start with their Connection brand. Colors in Motion CRJ200, two new livery CRJ-200s, one of each release. We have the Colors in Motion CRJ700, three CRJ-700s in the current livery, and then we have three CRJ-900s in the current livery. A Colors in Motion ERJ-145, a ASA ATR-72, a two ERJ-170s, one by Herpel, one by GeminiJets, and two stunning ERJ-175s with enhanced winglets. GeminiJets, thank you so much. Doubles DC-9 for Delta to start off with the mainline brand, MD-88, MD-90 in widget livery, and then rising and soaring here with the new one. Two 717s, one from previous release, one the newest release. Boeing 727-200, Boeing 737-200, Ron Allen 737-200, Delta Express Colors in Motion 732. Here's a Ron Allen 737-800, a Colors in Motion 737-800, the first release Gemini 738, the NG 2020 release, Sky Team 737-800, there's a 737-900ER, Delta 737-200 without winglets by Gemini. There is the Gen 1 by Gemini. There is the Gen 2 by Gemini. There's the NG Gen 1. There's a Sky Team 737-200, three 757-300s, various releases there. 767-300, 767-400 Ron Allen. And then we have four Delta A220s, two 100s and two 300s, various releases. And then we have three Airbus narrow bodies here to finish it out. Airbus A319 by NG, Airbus A320 by NG, and then an A320 by GeminiJets. Okay, continuing with Delta, we have two of the NG Airbus A321s, a thank you Airbus A321, and a A321 at Neo, all by NG. Here's this Airbus A330-200 by GeminiJets, Airbus A330-300 by NG, Airbus A330-900 Neo by Gemini, Team US Airbus A330-900 Neo, Airbus A350 by Gemini, L1011 by Gemini. Okay, Frontier, here's Orville the Cardinal on the 320, Pike the Otter Custom. Here's this Griswold the Bear on the 320. Here is Colorado the Bighorn Sheep, Georgia the Painted Bunny, Wilbur the Whitetail, Ed, Eddie, and Edwin the Penguins. We got Baja the Whale Shark here, Poppy the Prairie Dog, Max the Lynn, and Virginia the Wolf. Fitting in a little silver ETR there, and then we got our JetBlue section for the ERJ-190 barcode, Blueprint ERJ-190, Stripes Airbus A320, Blueberries Airbus A320 by Velocity, Airbus A320 Blueberry Sharklet. Here's a barcode A320 with Sharklets, High-Rise Airbus A320, both one with a good nose cone, one with a mismatched nose cone, by Attitude models, Spotlight Airbus A320 with fence tips, and then we got the Sharklet A320, Spotlight, I Heart New York, and a Frontier Airbus A321 Steve the Eagle to finish it out right here. Next up, Alaska, we got two Dash 8s right there, and we got two ERJ-175s, one of each release, the 75th anniversary livery, and then we have Honoring Those Who Serve, and then we got the Horizon Retro, followed by the 737-700, 737-800, 737-800 Honoring Those Who Serve, And then we got 2 Sam people, 1 Gemini, 1 NG. Star Wars 737-800, and the old livery 737-900, followed by the current color 737-900, One World 737-900, honoring those who serve 737-900, 100-year strong Boeing livery 737-900, UNCF 737-900, and the 737 MAX 9, followed by the Orca 737 MAX 9. Fitting in here, we have a couple miscellaneous. We got a World Atlantic MD-83, and then back to our JetBlues, we have the Airbus E220-300, Airbus A321 Prism, 200th aircraft by NG, A321neo by NG. Then we have the Panda Streamers Tail A321neo, and the new livery A321 by NG as well. Hawaiian Airlines 717, Hawaiian Airlines Airbus E321neo, Hawaiian Airlines Airbus E33200, Sun Country old livery 800, Sun Country Tide Pod with blended winglets, and Sun Country Tide Pod with Scimitar winglets. We have IRO Custom 737-400 with the Panda mold, and then we have our house liveries, the Air Wisconsin Retro, SkyWest CRJ-700, Republic ERJ-175, and then we have 3 Mesa 900s, 2 Shapeways Customs, 1 Gemini release, a Mesa Gray livery custom, and a AHA ERJ-145. TWA, we have a Convair 880, a Boeing 727-100 by Herpa, MD-80 Twin Stripes, MD-80 Final Livery, Boeing 717, DC-930, Boeing 757-200. We have this Continental DC-910, Continental 737-200, Continental 727, Continental 737-500. Now into Braniff, we have a L188 Electra, Boeing 727-100 in the green colors, and then we have the blue 727-200, followed by a red 727-200 and a Braniff new livery aircraft, 727-200. Then we have the Braniff International Big Orange 747. And then we have Northwest. We have 2 CRJ-200s for Pinnacle, Airbus E318 current colors, 757-200 bowling shoe. Frontier, the old one that is, we have a Convair 580 and a Boeing 737-200. Texas International, we have a double DC-910 and DC-930. And then we have a National and PSA L188 Electra. Then we have the Ozark DC-9, Champion Air Boeing 727-200, US Airways Airbus E321, Air Transatlantic Magic Boeing 717-200. We have a Aeromexico double DC-8 and an Aeromexico ERJ-190 to start the Aeromexico fleet. 737-700, 737-800, an older 737-200, and then Volaris with Airbus E320 with fence tips, Airbus E320 with sharklets, Airbus E320neo with purple engines, and then the E320neo with normal engines, Airbus E321 with sharklets by Phoenix, Airbus E321neo by Gemini. Then we have the fence tip A320 Viva Aerobus, a sharklet Airbus E320, and the Airbus E321neo by Aeroclassics. Air Canada, we have a CRJ-705 in the old livery, CRJ-900, ERJ-175, Boeing 737 MAX 8, Airbus E220-300, Airbus E220-300 in old livery, Air Canada Rouge Airbus E321, WestJet 737-600, 737-700, 737-800 blended winglets, 737-800 Scimitar winglets, Swoop 737-800, and a Sunwing 737-800. Lastly, a Flair Boeing 737 MAX 8. Cayman Airways Boeing 737 MAX 8, Caribbean Airlines 737 MAX 8, Copa Airlines Boeing 737-800, Gull Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 8, Avianca A320 Taka Retro, UPS to starter cargo Boeing 757-200, 767-300 freighter, doubles DC-872, Airbus E300, McDonnell doubles MD-11, Boeing 747-400, the Talent Show. Here is a FedEx Boeing 727, FedEx Airbus E310, FedEx Airbus E300, FedEx 767-300, FedEx Boeing 777 Interactive, FedEx doubles DC-10, FedEx McDonnell doubles MD-11, Prime Boeing 737-800, Prime Boeing 767-300, Airborne Express doubles DC-8, Airborne Express doubles DC-9, Coletta Boeing 727-200 freighter, Coletta 737-400, National Airlines doubles DC-8, DHL Boeing 737-800, AmeriJet Boeing 757-200 freighter, Coletta 767-300, Polar Boeing 767-300 freighter, Pan Am Cargo Boeing 747-400 freighter, or sorry, that's a 200, my bad, and an Atlas Boeing 747-400 freighter custom. Air Canada Cargo 767-300 freighter and Air Canada Boeing 787-9, Polar Boeing 747-400 interactive. We have a Carlux Boeing 747-8 freighter. And in our military, we have a Dias C-130, a B-1, I'm forgetting the Air Force Base, apologies. Here's the McConnell KC-135, Arizona National Guard KC-135, a OK E-3, a Barksdale B-52, this is a McCord C-17, I believe, Trump Boeing 757, Safari C-130, Omni Air International Boeing 767-300 custom, and we have this pair of X-1Es for Bell. Continuing with the military, here's the two Air Force Ones VC-25s right here. There's Air Force 2, and then we have an E-4B, an Antonov 124. In our house liveries, we have Boeing 737 MAX 9 by Phoenix, also by Phoenix, Boeing 777, Boeing 787 by Hogan, and a corporate A350-1000. British Airways Airbus E319 to start off our international fleets. Here is a Concorde for British Airways, Boeing 787-10, Boeing 747-400, Airbus A380, and then we have our two Iceland Airs for Hecla Royal in the 80th anniversary livery on the Boeing 757-200, two Virgin Atlantics, an Airbus A340-600 and a Boeing 787-9, two Aer Lingus, an Airbus A321neo and Airbus A330-300, Air France Boeing 787-9, Condor Airbus A330-900neo with the green stripes, Lufthansa Boeing 787-9, an Airbus A330-300, an Airbus A340-300, Airbus A350, and lastly the Star Alliance Airbus A340-300. Swiss Airbus A330, Finnair Airbus A330-900, A350 rather, and an ITA Airbus A330-200. KLM Boeing 777-300, TUI Boeing 787-9, Turkish Boeing 787-9, South African Airbus A350, Emirates Boeing 777-300, Emirates Airbus A380, Qatar Airbus A350-900 One World, Airbus A350-1000 One World, Airbus A350-1000, and then we have a Boeing 777-300ER, Etihad Airbus A350-1000, Air India Boeing 777-300, El Al Boeing 747-400, Royal Jordanian Boeing 787-8, Qantas Boeing 787-9, Qantas Airbus A380, Air Tahiti Nui Airbus A340-300, Air Tahiti Nui Airbus Boeing 787-9, EVA Air Boeing 777-300, Peach Airbus A320 special livery, Thai Boeing 737-400, China Southern McDonnell MD-90, China Southern Airbus A380, Air Premia Boeing 787-9, Korean Air Boeing 787-9, ANA Boeing 787-9 R2D2, Japan Airlines Boeing 787-9, Cathay Pacific Boeing 747-400, and an Azul Airbus A330-900 Neon Pink livery, and an Azul Airbus A350. A variety of Shapeways aircraft, two Cessna Customs, these are all customs by the way. Then we have, I think that's a King Air of sorts, Piper Warrior, and then a Boutique PC-12, two Beechcraft 1900s, a Citation, a Thanon, and two Learjets, T-38, and three F-22s, I think those are from Shapeways, not completely sure, so I apologize. ERJ-135, an ERJ-145, two ERJ-145 XRs, Cessna Citation X, and then we have Exojet Custom, followed by a Gulfstream G5, a Gulfstream G650ER, a Gulfstream, I think this is a G550 custom. Then we have a Challenger 300, the Learjet right there that had to squeeze in. And then we have some other skills right here. So here's some Shabak American MD-80s, a Boeing 757-200, Boeing 767-200, MD-11, and a Northwest Service E320. That's all 1-600 scale. A B-29 here in like 1-300, a 1-500 Hawaiian E330-200 in a special livery, 1-200 Blue Angel, and a 1-200 SR-71. Already into the diecast 1-200s, here's the Cessna 172, although that one's 1-72, a NG Nike Gulfstream G550. Here's the Air Canada Jazz CRJ-200 Red Maple Leaf. Now into the Americans, we have the CRJ-900, a 1-250 American MD-80 with the black nose, and then we have the latest release American MD-80 right there. Astrojet 737-800, and we have the 737-800 in the chrome livery, and 737-800 in the current livery. Here's the in-flight 200 American 737-800 TWA retro. All are Gemini unless if I designate. Here's a flagship Valor Airbus A321, and One World Boeing 757-200, and the in-flight American 757-200 right there. Delta McDonnell Douglas MD-88 in the widget livery, and another MD-88 in current livery, followed by the latest release MD-80 in current livery. Alaska 737-900 One World, ER that is. Alaska Airbus E321neo, Breeze Airbus E220-300, Southwest 737-800 Freedom 1, United Boeing 737-700, and we have the South Dakota Air National Guard F-16 with the 7th anniversary livery, American Airlines Boeing 777-300ER, American Airlines Boeing 787-9, LATAM Boeing 787-9, Polar Boeing 747-400 Interactive, British Airways Airbus A380, and the humongous Antonov 225. Already last but certainly not least, we have some flight miniatures and some Skymarks. Flight miniature Delta Doubles DC-3, Skymarks AHA ERJ-145, flight miniatures Boeing 727, United Boeing 737-300 Battleship Grade by Flight Miniatures. This is a Hogan Southwest 737-300 Arizona 1 Canyon Bluetail with landing gear. Here's the flight miniatures Northwest Airbus E320 Bowling Shoe, a Skymarks Light Allegiant Airbus E320, a flight miniatures US Airways 757-200 in the Navy livery, and we have this American Airbus A321 Stamped Cancer by Skymarks. AirTran Boeing 737-700 by Skymarks, that's 1-130 I believe. American McDonald's MD-11 by Flight Miniatures. Hawaiian Airbus E330-200, this is by Skymarks. Emirates Airbus E380, I believe this is also Skymarks Light in 1-250. Air India Boeing 747-400, this by Hogan. It was supposed to have landing gear, unfortunately was not retained during the time that I got it. This is actually a really cool aircraft. This is actually a B-29 that my grandpa built in 1952. So it's really cool to retain this from him. So I thought that was really cool. So a very old model that he built way back when, and very glad to have that here in the collection. A really special aircraft right there. And then last but certainly not least, we have these cool corporate Citation CJ3 in this Denom 100. I really hope you all enjoyed this collection video. I had an absolute blast setting it up. This collection has grown astronomically, and I wouldn't change it for the world. 12 years of collecting can go a long way, and all I can suggest to you if you're interested in growing a collection is just to keep the patience. That's what happened for me. I started out with 20 or 30, of course, and yes, it did expand, but I can say that it's been an absolute blast developing this collection. So, with all that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's collection video. Thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in 2025 for the next collection video, as Redriveraviation is signing off.